Hello, my name is Tony Litt. I'm the MD of Sunrise Radio, and it's my immense pleasure to bring you the official Sunrise Radio podcast. We are the #1 commercial Asian station in the United Kingdom, with many firsts to our name, and we continue to be the voice of British Asians who have given us their love and loyalty over 30 years. It's a legacy we cherish and a responsibility that we don't take lightly. Our aim has always been to entertain the listeners with the best of Bollywood and Bhangra, while also addressing their concerns. A real voice for the community, a vibrant community, and a great nation. We are proud to be British and Asian. This podcast is a compilation of some of the things we do on the station, with a stellar lineup of presenters who each have their own personality and style. It's entertaining, informative, engaging, and we hope you will enjoy it here as a podcast if you are unable to tune in to the radio. Don't forget to subscribe and tell your family and friends about this podcast. And do leave us a comment on what you think. We'd love to hear from you. All the best always. Team Sunrise.
The UK's biggest station mix. Sunrise Radio.
Hi, this is Kavita. We're chatting about Awab's Law now. Now, this represents a landmark legislation which was introduced to protect social housing tenants from dangerous living conditions. It's named in memory of the 2-year-old Awab Ishak, who tragically died following prolonged exposure to damp and mould in his Rochdale home in December 2020. This law forces social landlords to investigate and fix hazardous conditions within strict timeframes from the 27th of October 2025. So it is already in effect now. I've actually got a guest joining me now, Sumita Singha OBE. Now, she campaigns on social equity and diversity. She also has direct experience of the issues faced by people living in social housing, and she's interested in the provision of safe, durable and sustainable housing for all. Sumita, welcome to the show. How are you today?
I'm very well. Thank you, Kavita. I'm very happy to be here to talk about Awab's Law.
Thank you so much. So actually, what is Awab's Law and how did it come about?
So as you mentioned before, it was due to this tragic death of this 2-year-old. And it's taken a while because this happened in 2020. So his parents were immigrants from Sudan and they're living in one room. And they had problems with damp and mold and they kept complaining to their social landlord, and nothing was done about it. And this poor little boy was suffering, and he died a few days before Christmas 2020. And this is sort of, during lockdown. So it was quite tragic, to have that happen then during this sort of holiday period. And the tragic thing was that his parents had done their best. They'd been told to paint over, etc. They had done all the right things to, protect their child, but it didn't work. So 5 years later, now we have Awab's Law to help others who might be suffering from damp and mold in social housing. And I know there are quite a few people suffering from that.
Do you know, just talking about it, I remember when I was at university and we had damp and mould in the house, and I've got asthma, and I repeatedly told them and they did nothing. They told me to open the windows when we were cooking. That was their solution. They didn't come and fix it at all. But now I know that anybody who is suffering from that, they actually have the law behind them now, don't they? So what can they do when they go and speak to their landlords? How can they say to them, there is this law now, so you do have to look at it? Absolutely.
Now there are sort of strict timelines where, the landlord must act. So the first thing, the very important thing is you must complain to them. And they're obliged to inspect within 10 days. And whatever they find, they need to fix it within 5 days. So there's a strict timeline they have to follow. And, if you've complained and they've inspected and they haven't done anything, or there's something wrong in the whole process, then you can escalate that complaint and then take it to the housing ombudsman if you want. Still things haven't been done right. So I think with the law being behind you, you have many more rights than you did before. So that's a good thing.
Exactly. And what symptoms should people be looking out for as well? How does it affect our health?
Yes, as you explained, you had a condition which made you, already the passage in your lungs were sort of constricted due to asthma. And, there could be many conditions which are actually, made worse by mold. So Awab didn't have any issues. He was a healthy 2-year-old, but because of this condition, because of the damp and mold, it became worse. So how it affects you is, if you're an older person, if you've got an underlying health condition, pregnancy, any time that, you are vulnerable, you should be really careful. You can actually smell it. You can see it, obviously. You can, see this black stuff near the wherever windows, most probably, in the bathrooms, in the kitchen, wherever there's damp, you can probably see that. But also I've noticed that you can smell it. So I've been into homes that have mold in them. And people try and brush it off. Oh, it's just some smell, but it's a particular type of woody smell. You can't, mistake it. So if you smell that, you know that even if you can't see it, there is somewhere hidden. You have damp and mold somewhere.
I was just going to ask if it's ever hidden as well. If there aren't any, like, say, immediate kind of signs that it's in your house, how do you detect it if you can't see mold?
Yes, absolutely. So I think that your nose is a good indicator. If you smell something that's just smells woody or earthy, there is damp somewhere. I don't know, it could be under the carpet, it could be in some cupboard, but it's there somewhere. Houses shouldn't smell like that.
And then as long as, if you have a suspicion, can you just go to the landlord and then they have to investigate?
They have to investigate. They have to, look under the carpet or whatever it is. Yeah. They have to find it within 10 days and they have to fix it then.
And where can our listeners go to get any more information?
So there's a government website, which is, and there's also an information line there. So it's www.gov.uk/social-housing. So if you click on that, you can find help in several languages. Main Hindi bolti hu, ami Bangla boli. So, there will be several languages there which will help you to, find more information. It's all in accessible format, so large lettering, whatever you want. It's all there. It's called Make Things Right, how to approach your landlord, and you'll get some help there. You can also click on shelter. I found they have really useful information. So even if you forget the whole title of it, but if you just Google, social housing, UK, damp and mold, some of those words, it will come. And obviously there is the last recourse of getting lawyers, which Awab's parents also did. But I'm suggesting that go for the free help first. Try all those means first before approaching paid legal help.
And what will be your last message for our listeners?
So don't put up with damp and mold. You don't have to live with it. Don't listen to any excuses. If you smell damp and mold, if you see it, just go and complain first thing. And the thing is, this applies to social housing as well as rented housing. So please don't, hesitate at all, because your health is most important.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Sumita.
Thank you.
Now, for the past 2 weeks, we've shared stories of movement and well-being. And here's the truth. This Girl Can is about you, your strength, your journey, your joy. What is your proudest movement moment? Tell us and let's celebrate together. Right here on Sunrise Radio. Please share it on Sunrise Facebook at This Is Sunrise Radio or Sunrise Instagram at This Is Sunrise.
You can catch me weekdays 12 till 4 on Sunrise Radio.